Well, hello there. This is Nidra. I'm paddling on Lake Oscar, just a little ways west of Alexandria, Minnesota. I'm staying with a YouTube subscriber who also has a YouTube channel, MN Mostly, Minnesota Mostly is his channel name. I'll of course put a link below. He and I have been in touch for a while. Definitely go over and check out his videos. He also does Boundary Waters trips. He does backpacking trips. Does a really nice job. I think if you enjoy my channel, you'll enjoy his as well. So again, MN Mostly. I'll again put a link in the bottom for you. But anyway, he and I have been discussing possibly doing a trip together sometime. In fact, we almost went and did the Angleworm Lake Trail together up in the Boundary Waters this spring, and then COVID hit, and of course the Boundary Waters was closed for a while, and then when it was open, it was supposed to be parties from the same household, that type of thing, and me being over 65 and with diabetes in a high risk situation, so I decided to pass on that. But he knows how much I've been jonesing to get out and get some camping in. He lives right here on the lake. Has a very nice house here on the lake and a nice piece of property. He's got a little campsite set up right by the water. So he invited me down to camp. So I'm here getting a little bit of a camping fix. Spending some time with him, getting to know him better too. Like I told him last night, I don't think we're going to have any problems at all doing a trip together, as long as he does all the portaging. Apart from COVID-19, another reason I haven't been getting out and doing any trips at all is the housing situation in Ely. I'm still looking for a house up there, still looking for a place, haven't found anything yet. Unfortunately, this year it's really turned into a seller's market up there. Not a lot of properties coming online, especially nothing that I'm interested in. But boy, when they do come up, they're gone within a day. And according to my realtor, they're going for more than asking price too. Last year, houses were sitting on the market. They'd finally go for quite a bit lower. Some of them would actually lower their asking price before they went. But this year, boy, it's just gotten crazy. So because of that, I've been having to stay basically on grid, all the time, checking the app several times a day, see what's come up new, because if the right house comes along, I'm not going to have a lot of time to react. So staying away from the Boundary Waters. I may not get my August trip in this year, my 2 weeks old in August. Depends on whether we found a place by then or not. But right now it's just day by day. Got to be ready to head up to Ely and leap on anything that comes along that looks like it's going to fit the bill. So anyway, I was invited up by Brian and his wife Becky, do a little bit of camping, do a little paddling, get to know each other better before we go on a trip, etc., etc. So I really appreciate it, Brian. you inviting me up. It's definitely gorgeous. I picked a really nice day. So today is Wednesday, July 23rd. I actually got up here yesterday, and after I got up here, we spent most of the afternoon talking. Finally got camp set up, had supper. Brian and I came out for a paddle. Unfortunately, it got pretty windy, so it was really tough to set up the camera and stuff. So I didn't take a lot of video. I took some. Then afterwards, after we got back to his place, just after sunset, which is about 9 o'clock right now. And then we went out to see about photographing the Neowise comet. So we found a really nice place. Hardly any lights around or anything. Got a few shots of the comet. The Milky Way was really showing up nicely. So got some really nice pictures of the, well, I think they're nice. I'll find out when I get them on the computer, but got some nice shots, I think, of the Milky Way. So did some more talking along the way. Got back to his place after midnight. Talked some more. I think I finally got to bed about 1:30 this morning. Really nice night. Beautiful temperatures. Had a hard time getting myself out of bed this morning. I started waking up about 6 o'clock or so, and finally got out of the tent about 8:30, I think it was. Had some breakfast, and now I'm out here. Unfortunately, wind's picking up a little bit again, but as long as I kind of hug the north shore of the lake, which is unfortunately where the road runs, so I get all kinds of road noises, but as long as I'm hugging the north side of the lake, it's not too bad. I like following the shorelines anyway, because that's when I see wildlife and whatever. So yeah, that's what's happening right now. Other than that, nothing much has been going on in my life that you haven't already seen. Some of you have noticed that I am using different the last couple of videos I've been using different processing software, and right now I got a love-hate relationship with it. It's called DaVinci Resolve. It is a free program, at least. There's some more advanced features that you can get with paying, but they're not features that I need. The free version has way more than what I need. Unfortunately, it's also very complex, and the interface isn't very intuitive. There are some things about it that are really helping in the editing process, speeding them up, but then there's other things that's really slowing it down. And because it's not intuitively obvious, I can do something on there 5 times and still have to go back and figure out how to do it again, because it's not straightforward. The interface keeps changing, depending on what you do. It suddenly changes, or what you try to do, and then it's hard to figure out how to get back to what you had to begin with. The reference manual for the thing is 3,030 plus pages long. That's how complex it is. And some of the things you want to do, there might be 3 steps to doing it, And the first step might be talked about in one part of this big long document. Then the next step is way down below that, and the third step is way down below that. So you're constantly having to go back to the table of contents, figure out where you need to go for the next step, and everything kind of is written assuming that you've already read everything prior to that. So it's really tough to skip ahead. And like the other night, I was doing some voiceover on my Bearhead Lake video, and there were 3 different sections I had to go to find out how to do it. I'd go to the section on actually doing the recording, and it would start saying, well, once you have this set up, then this is what you do. But I had to go back and find out, well, how do I do that setup, and so forth. So not sure long term whether I'm going to continue using it or not. I'm going to play around with it a little bit more, give it a little bit more time, see what happens. The previous, what I was using before was Power Director, and I purchased that a few years ago, a couple of years ago. Can't remember how much it cost me, but every time Windows does an update, I get more and more bugs in this. It reveals more and more bugs in this program. So I end up getting a lot more hangs, just various things going on. That is why I was looking for a new program. Well, unfortunately, Power Director now has gone to a subscription service, and I'm not interested in doing that. I like to own my software, update it when I feel like updating it needs an update, and forget about constantly paying somebody for these subscriptions. So that's why I'm looking for more software. When I did my which trip was it now? Oh, when I did one of my videos from my September Boundary Waters trip, I had used multiple cameras on that trip, and it took some work to get those cameras synced up, get the timings just right. And so I had the video pretty much done, just had to add the final touches. Windows did an update, automatic update, without asking, which meant I had to start the program over again. When I did that, started up the program, even though I'd saved it, all that work had been saved, all the timings were off. So I had to go back and redo the whole thing again, get the timings all right. A lot of work. Got that almost done, saving all the time, all the rest of it. And the program hung on me, crashed. Sure enough, bring back the saved copy, all the timings are bad again. So, ended up having to do all that work 3 times. And I like having multiple cameras going. I think it makes the video a lot more interesting, but it's something I want to do. Now, Power Director did a really good job of syncing up those different cameras to start with. It would go through and basically analyze the soundtrack and make sure that they got synced up. So it did a good job of that. It was once you edited after that and chopped things up a little bit, all of a sudden things just went haywire. So I haven't tried with this new DaVinci Resolve. I haven't actually tried syncing up cameras yet. So this is going to be the first video I do that with, assuming it works. If it doesn't work, I'll go back to using power director and hope I don't get any crashes. But it's supposed to be able to sync up multiple cameras. So, but again, I got to go back to the manual and try to figure out how to do it. So it's going to be interesting. Okay, so one last thing I want to talk to you about today is the fact that my 2021 calendar is now ready to be ordered. I don't have any in hand yet. It's supposed to be arriving next Tuesday, the 28th. But they've been ordered. I have a limited quantity ordered, and I'm not going to reorder. And so they're on my website. They can be ordered from my website. I'll put a link to that below. But it's lhrimages.online, O-N-L-I-N-E, lhrimagesonline.online is where the calendars can be ordered. Through July 31st at least, I am knocking $2 off the sale price. I'm going to be selling the calendars for $18.95. They're currently knocked down to $16.95 on my website. Depending on when I get this video out, I may or may not extend that that sale. Hopefully I can get this video up quickly after I get home over the weekend, and then I'll leave the expiration of that sale as July 31st, and you should still have plenty of time to order. Otherwise, I'll consider extending the sale if I can't get this video up soon. So anyway, just a reminder, photography is my business, and these videos do take time and effort and some money. I mean, I gotta get to the places where I paddle and do other things. So I really appreciate, rather than donations, I really appreciate when people purchase things from me. It just feels a lot better to me than asking for money. So, and of course I am keeping my recent videos ad-free, even though I do qualify for putting ads on there now, and part of keeping it ad-free is being able to sell some of my work. So I appreciate any and all purchases. With COVID-19, this has been a very lean year so far. We had to shut down the gallery for a month and a half. It is back and open now, but we can't staff it as much as what we have in the past. We've lost a lot of artists because they lost their jobs and can't afford to be in the gallery anymore. So it's pretty lean times. Blueberry Fest was canceled. Other than they did do an online, they did try an online thing, which did nothing for me. That time's out actually this coming Sunday. So far it hasn't done anything for me. Harvest Moon is probably going to be canceled. I don't have the word on that yet, but I'm anticipating that it's going to be canceled. Quarry Hill Show is most likely going to be canceled in December, and those are my three big money makers of the year. So very, very, very lean times at the moment. So purchasing my calendar, purchasing any prints online. Again, I've got a lot of things. When you go to lhrimages.online, you're going to see a lot of things that can be purchased there. So please check it out. Consider buying a calendar. Then you have 12 pictures, and I'll show you the 12 pictures right here, although you can also see the 12 pictures again on my website. But please, yeah, it's lean times. Would really appreciate it if you help me out a little bit. So anyway, enough about that. Having a great time out here. See a couple of loons off in the distance there. Too far out for these cameras to pick them up. But anyway, and again, I thank Brian and Becky for inviting me up, giving me this opportunity. It's definitely not the Bounty Waters, it's Wade. You know, a lot of noise going on. I get rid of the noise, road noise, and I get air noise. But it's nice paddling some nice clear water. I mean, this water is just wonderful, wonderfully clear. Nice being able to paddle a new place, stay a few nights in a tent. I notice to a majority of the people that sounds strange, who wants to spend nights in the tent, but I think a lot of you will understand where I'm coming from too. So I'm just going to do a little bit more paddling. I'm getting down towards the end of the lake here. It's the north, I guess it's the east end of the lake. It basically runs east-west. Nice and quiet here. So thanks for watching. Please remember, subscribe, comment, you know, all the good stuff. Like. If you've been on YouTube any length of time, you know the drill. And I appreciate the comments. Always try to get back to you. I think that about wraps it up. The fact that I just ran out of battery on one of my cameras makes it even more of a wrap, because I don't have any spares along with me. Island of grassy island. Gonna go around that. Yeah, head on back. Huh. Maybe not, because it looks like I finally got to a nice, basically wild area of the lake here. No homes. Still have that pesky road behind me, but no, I gotta head back. I have another couple of chances to explore more.